Become unstoppable in life. Mastering life with Stoicism. In the city of Cyprus in 300 BC, there lived a wealthy trader named Zeno. While on a journey from Phoenicia to Piraeus, his ship sank, along with all of his cargo. In an instant, the prosperous man was left with nothing. Imagine yourself in Zeno's position. How would you react if your entire life's work vanished in an instant due to forces beyond your control? Would you be angry or sad? Would you feel like life had betrayed you? These are normal reactions for most people, but not for Zeno, the father of Stoicism. A single change can feel permanent, but a shift in mindset can lead to lasting, positive changes. The heart of Stoicism is acceptance and indifference. After studying the works of Socrates and other philosophers, Zeno created and taught Stoicism. Zeno taught that while we can't control what happens to us, we do have control over how we react. Instead of mourning over lost goods, Zeno focused on maintaining composure, staying calm and neutral, even in the face of adversity. Today, people often mistakenly view Stoics as emotionless, unshakable individuals who avoid extreme emotions like anger or anxiety. But Stoicism is more than just a description of emotional restraint. It's a comprehensive worldview and way of life that has endured for centuries. Its benefits are just as impactful today as they were in ancient times. Stoicism helps us process negative emotions and transform them into valuable perspectives. Perspective is everything, and everyone has their own unique way of seeing the world, shaped by different experiences. Stoics believed in sharing their philosophy with all, not keeping it confined to classrooms or palaces. As a result, Stoic teachings were accessible to everyone, from slaves to emperors. Some of the most famous Stoics include Epictetus, a former slave, Seneca, a statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. These early Stoics lived by their teachings, promoting equality and fairness. They even coined the term cosmopolitan, meaning citizen of the world. Today, we associate cosmopolitanism with diverse cities like New York, Toronto, or London, but it originally referred to a belief in global unity. Stoicism also allowed women to freely engage with its teachings, a progressive stance for its time. So, why do so many people embrace Stoicism today? In a world full of unpredictable events, our emotions often cloud our judgment. The real source of our sadness often lies not in bad things happening, but in their unexpectedness. Take rain, for example. While rain is necessary and beneficial, it's never enjoyable when you're caught outside without an umbrella. However, we don't cry when it rains because we understand it's an unavoidable part of life. Stoicism teaches us to adopt the same mindset. Expect that challenges will come and be prepared to accept them. One Stoic practice is voluntary discomfort, which aims to build gratitude by intentionally facing discomfort. Sleeping on the floor, taking cold showers, or eating only potatoes for a few days are examples of exercises that help us realize that even in hardship, we can endure and even thrive, as long as our mindset is right. This prepares us for future misfortunes and helps us appreciate what we have. In a world driven by consumerism and the constant bombardment of advertisements, Stoicism reminds us that true happiness doesn't lie in external possessions or achievements. Instead, it comes from within. We enter the world with little knowledge and are shaped by our upbringing, education, and experiences. But sometimes, these sources of knowledge conflict, and we may internalize unrealistic expectations. This leads to disappointment and dissatisfaction. Instead, Stoicism teaches that we should focus on self-improvement for its own sake, rather than seeking validation from external sources. Doing things for the right reasons is crucial. When we tie our happiness to things like fancy cars, houses, or status symbols, we place our joy in the hands of external forces that can easily fail us. Stoicism encourages us to base our happiness on our internal worth, not on what we own or achieve. Seneca once wrote that living with less creates space for what truly matters. By focusing on intrinsic values, we learn to maintain a calm and composed attitude, regardless of life's challenges. We can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This is the core of Stoic philosophy, the dichotomy of control. We must distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot, and base our self-worth on the things within our control. For example, creating a YouTube video requires effort, but once you upload it, you lose control over how it's received. Many people judge their success based on views, likes, and followers' metrics beyond their control. Stoicism teaches that success should be measured by the effort put into the work, not by external outcomes. Trust the process. Imagine a person who has worked hard for 6 months, believing they deserve a promotion. When they don't get it, they may feel discouraged. They may not consider that external factors like the boss's mood or company finances played a role. Instead of dwelling on these uncontrollable factors, Stoics focus on the quality of their work and continue striving. This shift in perspective keeps their goals intact, even if delayed. A true Stoic finds contentment not in material success, but in living a meaningful, virtuous life. The 4 core Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, guide this way of life. Wisdom helps us discern what we can control and how to respond to external events. Courage involves persisting through challenges and resisting impulses. Temperance encourages moderation in all things, and justice teaches us to act for the good of others, recognizing that we are all interconnected. The life of Nelson Mandela offers a powerful example of Stoic principles in action. After being imprisoned for 27 years, Mandela didn't seek revenge on those who wronged him. Instead, he urged his people to focus on rebuilding their nation, emphasizing that the past was beyond their control and the only way forward was together. Stoicism also informs modern therapies like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy. REBT helps individuals challenge negative thought patterns and replace them with healthier, more productive beliefs. Logotherapy, based on the Stoic principle of purpose, helps individuals find meaning even in the darkest circumstances. To live a fulfilling life, we must rewire our thinking. By shifting our focus from external outcomes to internal values, we can stop fixating on what we cannot control and embrace a happier, more meaningful existence. Stoicism helps us navigate life's storms, find peace in turbulent waters, and live well, regardless of how long we live. Because in the end, everything has its time.